programme itself, obviously you're familiar with the Reach Out programme. Yeah. From your perspective as Governor, what are the benefits that you have seen from the programme, I suppose, for the prisoners involved in the programme?
It has been very positive for the prisoners. Look, a lot of the prisoners who took part in the programme had worries about their children on the outside, that they might follow the same path as them. And they wanted to I suppose, give that information to get that information to them, that prison is not a place for to be, and that if they could communicate in a way that will get through to them in relation to it. So that's why it was important that the families of the prisoners were doing a similar course in the community, and those guys were doing it within the prison.
Yeah.
So there was an experience on both sides. The Fusion program, Reach Out, brought it brought a bit of normality, and it also asked hard questions of the prisoners to say, you're in prison. You need to maintain family links. They're vital. Your family out there are actually victims themselves because they've lost their father, they've lost their brother, they've lost their husband, whatever the case may be, because they're in prison. So there's a lot of hurt with them. So both the understanding for the prisoner was that his family felt some level of pain by his imprisonment, and also that the family shared the pain that the prisoner was feeling while being in custody. This all happened pre-pandemic, and we were in, I suppose, setting up a family visiting area within the progression unit where the lads completed the programme were accommodated. And it gave us, as managers, the idea of what best suited, what does a guy and a family need to get the maximum out of their visit. Guys and their families got benefit out of coming up to Mountjoy to visit. Absolutely. Like we introduced colouring books, markers, and so the whole family became more important to the guys, and they felt that by maintaining those family links will actually help them through their sentence, knowing that there's loved ones waiting for them. And it also, amazingly enough, guys got involved in positive things, in more getting education, getting skills, so that when they leave prison, that they will have a structure and they might get further education, employment.
One of the things that came up in the report was the idea of family days. There were sort of requests for maybe more frequent phone calls, possibly phone calls over Skype or online, so that people can see each other. Do you think are those things possible? Would you be supportive of those developments?
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the benefits of the video link visit is, as lads would tell me, is that they can see the house that they came from. They can see the dog. They can see the artwork on the fridge that their kids are after doing in the school that day. So that benefits it. Yeah. But I firmly believe there's no replacement for actually the physical talking and having an environment, create an environment in a visiting area that meets that. And that's what the Progression Unit is aiming towards. And across the prison estate, we had a family links evaluation in 2017. There's a report there, and most of the prisons are working towards those recommendations. But however, like everything else, things stalled during because of the pandemic. Now that we're in the unwinding process, prisons are now taking those recommendations and working towards.
Is it something that you think should be mainstreamed throughout the prison service, this programme? Do you think is it something that would be beneficial if it went beyond simply just the pilot stage?
This programme would fit lovely in to that family links person to, I suppose, explore and roll out into the other different prisons. I've seen the benefit of it in the Progression Unit. It has made, I suppose, just staff and myself to rethink, the importance of maintaining relationships with families while their lads are in custody. So to be There's a little bit of work to do around that. There's no doubt about it. But I could see if this program was rolled out and got the green light from IPSHQ, I'd see it fitting in lovely to every prison, because the benefits are enormous. Because guys change their attitudes towards what they want to do in prison. It also changes their attitudes towards their family.
Yeah.
How important and understanding that the family actually suffers as well. It's not all about me. I'm in jail. I'm the victim. I feel sorry for themselves. But actually, there's people out there that are victims themselves because they've lost a loved one as well.
Yeah. Thank you very much.